Hi Taurus, welcome to March 2018. Now March is a very busy month, as was January, because March 2 has 2 full moons and a new moon. And 2 retrogrades. Mercury goes retrograde and Jupiter goes retrograde. So there's a lot happening here in March. The Virgo full moon on March 1st, and that is bringing your attention to romance, creative self-expression, play, having fun, sports, taking a chance, taking a risk, putting yourself out there. The Sun is in Pisces, and it's coupled with Neptune. With the Sun and Neptune together, this is going to be a dreamy moon. It is about intuition, listening to your intuition, being creative. Maybe you're working on some sort of project that you are really tapping into your creativity and using that creativity to grow your business, grow your life, and it's exciting. This is a wonderful energy for you to do that. With the moon in Virgo, it's time to declutter. So the more organized you are, the better your projects are going to go. It can be challenging to focus in with dreamy Neptune coupled with the Sun, because that can really bring us into, the fantasy world, imagination, not necessarily practicality or details. So there's that push-pull polarization going on between I want to be practical, I want to focus, with dreamy, creative, intuitive Pisces. And that will go exact on the 4th. The Sun coupling with Neptune exact on the 4th. And so you may be feeling, I've got these goals that I want to accomplish here this year or this month. I have these certain things I want to get done, I want to achieve. And then there can be this other side of you that is just really creative and dreamy and not necessarily practical. And so it will be a bit of a challenge trying to get things done when there's so much spiritual, creative, dreamlike energy happening these first few weeks of March. Mercury enters Aries on March 6th with Venus, and that is going to bring your attention to behind the scenes. And so, there is going to be this part of you that wants to, play and meditate and be at the beach or be by the water and kind of relax more than be, after achieving, conquering, making things happen. So there's this, I want to take a vacation, or I want to spend time by the water, and spiritual connection with source through nature energy. Very good for you to do that too, because the Pisces energy can be woozy and dreamy, and that's what it's for. It's for creativity and dreaming and playing with that energy, not, so much out in the world and making things happen, more of behind the scenes. Now, Jupiter is going to take his turn to retrograde March 8th through July 10th. And for you, this is in the area of relationships. And so, this could be about a past relationship coming back. This could be about, just taking your time with relationships if you're single. you could have, a lot of new admirers this month with Venus being in passionate Aries. Then she moves into Taurus on the 31st, which is very good for you. So you are, having this opportunity with a flurry of new admirers. Don't be surprised if you have, a lot of attention brought to you through new admirers or, people wanting to connect with you and feeling popular. So you're kind of popular this month, Taurus, and it's fun. It's a fun month, and, you don't want to just work. You want to have a personal life. You want to play. You want to have fun. So it creates that balance in your life. This is really important. When Venus is in Aries, it really brings the passion. And even with it, behind the scenes with you, in that area of hidden and that could be it too, it could be some secret love affair going on here with some of you, that you're having this relationship and you don't want other people to know about it. Hey, follow your heart. Whatever your heart says, go for it. And, as long as everyone's consenting, why not? But there is something going on there behind the scenes with Venus, and now with the Jupiter retrograde in the area of relationships, maybe someone from your past has come back, or you're reconnecting with someone and you're not ready to let others know about it. And that's okay too. Take your time. Or, for those of you that are not about relationship, maybe it's a project that you're working on. Maybe you're building something new and you don't want other people to know about it, which is very good to do. It's always good to wait and take your time and, go with what's right for you. And, timing is everything of when we want to let others know what we're working on. And, take your time with that. And we have daylight savings time beginning on the 11th. Yay! Here in the States. That's good news. Sun trines Jupiter on the 13th. That's a very positive energy. And very good for relationships, for you. Very good for connecting with others. I see you really connecting with others this month. Your friends, groups you belong to, other people, making you very popular this month. And others are reaching out to you. Very fun. Now you have the Pisces New Moon on March 17th. And that brings the action to your goals, your hopes and wishes, your friends, where you network. And this is a very chironic Pisces New Moon, because Chiron is coupled with the Sun and the Moon at the time of the new moon on the 17th. And Chiron is the wounded healer. He flushes out our pain, our insecurities, our fears, so that we heal them and pull up our courage and stand tall in who we are. And that's the goal. So, if there's been any pain with you, around a relationship or a friendship or a group that you've associated with, this is a good time for you to heal that and to really, stand for yourself and believe in yourself and believe in your goals and believe in what you're doing and love you more than the need for other people to get you. And love you more than the need for the approval of other people. This is what Chiron is teaching you at this time, to really love you and be there for you and not put other people first. Focus on your goals. What do you need to feel great? What do you need to feel successful? What do you need to have your dreams come true? Now, Mars enters Capricorn right after the new moon, so it's just a little bit afterwards. And that brings the action to your beliefs and your hopes of expansion in the world, your desires to expand consciousness, expand your presence in the world, travel, teach, market your products and services to the world, higher consciousness, gain new skills in whatever you're doing. And this is important, because even at that Pisces new moon, Venus is being squared by Saturn. So there's something here with you that's coming up around your self-worth, self-love, what you believe that you're capable of. And the universe is pushing you out of that. Like, go for it. Don't let, insecurity hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back. Because when we have big dreams and big goals, it's always going to bring up our insecurities. And that's part of the process, is to believe in yourself and to know that you can do it. And visualize it, that you are achieving this big, hairy, audacious goal. I call it the bog. Bog. Big, hairy, audacious goal. It's kind of like a beast, It's like, I'm going to make this big goal happen. I'm going to make this big dream come true. And yeah, it's fleshing up some of my insecurity. Can I really do it? Yes, you can. And perhaps there is some new skills that you need to get, or new training, or help to bring in other people that can help you, that have the skills and training in this area that you need. And so it's a dynamic month. It's an interesting month. There's a lot going on. And, focus on what you want to achieve this month. Focus on your goals. Work with the energies. And move past any insecurity that comes up if you're going for something big. Then 3 days later, we have the spring equinox, happy spring in the northern hemisphere, and the fall equinox in the southern hemisphere. And that is the day the Sun enters Aries, which is International Astrology Day. Western astrology is based on the day the Sun enters Aries. And so this is a turning point now. Now we have another big event in this month of March. And then 2 days later, Mercury goes retrograde. So Mercury is going to retrograde March 22nd through April 15th in Aries. And Venus is going to be challenged by Pluto at that same time. So around the 22nd, the 23rd, there could be some argument with your partner about money, or there could be some sort of money issue that comes up with your partner. Just be aware of it. And, when Mercury goes retrograde, we can have miscommunication, we can have misunderstanding, we can be, saying one thing and people can hear something else. And so be aware of that we're now, in the retrograde cycle of the year, and that things can, break down or go crazy because of misunderstandings or miscommunication. And so be aware of that, and make sure you're listening to what other people want from you. Make sure you're listening to what others need from you, that you're really listening to your partner and other people, and that they're, I like to do the feedback thing. Did you get my email? Did you understand what I said? Kind of thing with Mercury retrograde. Because it's going to get interesting. Keep a sense of humor. That's always a good thing to do. For you, that Mercury retrograde is behind the scenes, and so you may be reworking this project. You're definitely building something new. And so, you may be rethinking it, reworking it, and that's fine too. Doing a lot of research. It's a great time to do research work for it. And then Venus, your ruling planet, enters Taurus on the 31st. This is good news for you. Now you have your ruler who is so happy to be home in Taurus in your sign and smoothing things over. So if there's any kind of snag that happens, you know, around the 23rd or this month, it can all be smoothed over, you know, with Venus in your sign. It gives you that magic touch to be the peacemaker and harmonizer in your relationships, the negotiator, and just keep things light. And then we have the Libra full moon on the 31st, and that's in the area of health for you and work habits. And this is going to be a bit of an intense moon because Saturn is T-squaring it from Capricorn. He is challenging both lights. And, you know, so it is about really, you know, being patient with what you're doing, whatever you're working on, who you're working with. Be patient in that process with others. You know, it could be challenging if there's poor planning. Any kind of poor planning will not bring success. And, you know, we have Mars in Capricorn now, we have Pluto in Capricorn now, we have Saturn in Capricorn. And so, you know, there could be some challenge here with this project that you're working on, or where you're working with other people, whether they're, you know, they're not doing what they said they were going to do, or there's conflict going on, you know, in work with others, and, you know, this is where you want to be patient and, you know, not get caught up in the brouhaha that may come up around this Libra new moon, which is really testing relationships. And you know, if we're trying to just fly by the seat of our pants, that is going to fail. Like, this is about really planning and doing the work and doing your homework and really being sure of your steps, really being sure of what you're doing. Otherwise, it can just get frustrated. And, you know, with Mars and Saturn together here, it creates this warlike combination. And so, you know, be aware that there is going to be some, you know, challenges this month with the people you're working with, and what can be, you know, problems that can come up with folks that maybe they haven't done their homework, they haven't done what they promised they were going to do, and that is then challenging you, because then it affects your role in the work or the project. And so be aware that that's going to be a revealing full moon, you know, because Saturn's going to show you, you know, what's really going on with anybody you're working with and what they may or may not be doing. And that's really going to show you, okay, who you can rely on, who you can count on. And so, you know, it's good because you want to know, you know, the truth, and you want to know what is really going on. And you don't want to be relying on people that are not reliable. And so be aware of that, that this is coming up this month. And it could be a bit challenging for you in the work area. And this is more about the people you're working with and what's going on in that environment. You know, and maybe it could just be that, where, you know, you're just in this environment where it's crazy and chaotic and people are fighting and problems are coming up and everybody's just, you know, trying to put out fires, and that kind of craziness is going on, you know, by the end of the month, going into April. And so that's why you want to make sure that you're taking time for yourself, making sure that you're resting and recharging your batteries, because you're going to need to be, really present as challenges come up and how you can navigate through them and achieve your heart's desire. For some of you, you may be building something new. You're starting a new business, or you're getting on a new life path direction, or you're getting into a new project. And that's really exciting. And so it could be more of that, like, how do I do this? How do I take this next step? And how do I take that next step? Small steps will bring you success. Just taking small steps every day toward your goals will bring you there. And, being as focused as you can. The first part of the month is very woozy and dreamy, and then it moves into Aries, and that is very fiery and dynamic and action. Yet we got the Mercury retrograde and Jupiter went retrograde, and that is about stepping back and not moving too quickly. So take your time, be deliberate, be focused, and you will be successful here in March. For those of you open for love, it's on, and there are many people that are attracted to you. So, get out there and let them know. Play, have fun, socialize, join a new group, see what happens. For those of you coupled, this is a time for you to really team up with each other and support each other and be there for each other, and not let any kind of arguments, get in the way around the 23rd, as I said before, and just be listening to your partner. Make sure you're listening so that both of you feel supported and heard. Being heard is so important when we care about people and when people care about us. Money looks good, and the money is very strong this month, and with Venus moving into your sign at the end of the month, the money will continue to be strong for you. Career, there's going to be some challenges here, especially if you're working in an organization or a company, especially at the end of the month, going into April, where there could be some fireworks. And so just prepare yourself for any kind of chaos that comes up in the work area. Spiritually, this is a very spiritual time for you, and as planets are in Aries, that's behind the scenes for you. This is a wonderful time for you to do that meditation work. Take a class that brings you closer to your soul's desires and your soul's wishes. Do things that are spiritual for you. Connect you to nature and source energy. And that will nourish you and nurture you and help you in these other areas so that you're showing up fresh and strong in your work as well. How is your health? The Libra full moon will bring attention to that. So you want to make sure that you're resting and recharging, and that you're not, burning yourself out at work, giving it all to work and not leaving some for you. That's not good either. Make sure that you include you in your life, and that you are taking care of your health and getting time to play and rest and recharge. And then you are going to be incredibly excited about what you're building here and your future. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plus-ing my videos. Taurus, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, or you're interested in coaching, those links are below in the Show More section. They're also up in the cards. And I'm doing a live event on February 21st. I have a big announcement, and I would love to see you there. So until next time, Taurus, you're very popular, and you're building something new.